Welcome to the ATL, Abidon Stadium in the heart of downtown Atlanta, home to the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Ramblin' Wreck ready to roll here today. And this is a special date on the college football calendar. Number 1 versus number 2 here late in the season. This, folks, is a potential national championship game preview, as we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Yellow Jackets will kick this deep to begin the game. Now he comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Now it's second down here. Tailback with another carry. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
From the opening drive, it's now 3rd and 4. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And he went backwards after the catch. That'll set up a 4th down now.
Good job here by the defense on 3rd down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Receiver makes the grab. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. And that one's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. Now the 40. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. It's a blitz look here from the defense. Looking for a gap. It's Golden.
The defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Crucial third down play coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's got it. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
Well, that's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
The Red Raiders will line up here on first down and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Tech. Quarterback flashing the speed in that touchdown run. That's almost unfair, Kurt.
Well, I think out of all the quarterbacks in the entire country, this guy might be as fast as any of them. Why not utilize his speed when he can make defenses pay for it? It's a great design play and a nice touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Texas Tech 7, Georgia Tech 0.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. The back's got it. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Tackle made after a big gain. The Yellow Jackets come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. A pop pass on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Brings up second down.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Back to throw again. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. He'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 40. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7.
That makes the score. Texas Tech 14, Georgia Tech 7.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Set to kick this one away.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Second down, looking to throw it. And this time it's complete. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Shotgun formation here on third down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they'll set up with a PAT. And he knocks it right through. Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Toss play, back heads to his right. A change of direction.
You know, toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Can he get there on the ground? Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
They'll run it to the left. Breaking free at midfield. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Texas Tech.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14.
That makes the score. Texas Tech 21, Georgia Tech.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
Celtic kick it away.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1. And the Yellow Jackets hustle to the line to run that hurry out. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. On the run here, lets it go. Makes the grab along the sideline, goes out of bounds, and it is a first down.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down.
42 Spider.
From the gun, he looks for an open man. Under heavy pressure, takes a shot as he throws the ball. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and it almost paid off for an interception.
2nd down after the incompletion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. The Yellow Jackets pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Finds his target, and it's complete. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Just ran away from the defense. And they get set now to try the PAT. And it's good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work,
are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. Can the defense make adjustments? Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Scrambles out of bounds to avoid contact. He's going to be short of the marker. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Has the first, still on the move. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And he drops back in the gun. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Boy, they do a great job here on the play action. The linebackers were completely fooled. 2 or 3 steps up into the line of scrimmage. Opened up a nice lane behind the backers, between the safeties, for the quarterback to make the read and a good throw downfield.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Caught near the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And there's the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, his defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble now. Powering through the defender. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs. And the timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. And the Red Raiders with 1st and 10 here. Receiver in motion now. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Bringing pressure. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Lining up to try the extra point. And there's the point after.
The extra point is good. That will tie the game.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Oh, the ball's knocked loose. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Red Raiders will kick this away to get the second half going. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. They'll bring him down just short of the 20. The Yellow Jackets looking to run some tempo here. Here's the handoff. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a 1st down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. That puts them on top in the second half. And now the try here for the extra point. He efficiency is good, so they're up by a touchdown, 35-28. Kickoff team is on the field to root this one away.
Texas Tech, 28.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? On first down, it's play action. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Texas Tech. That's just nice execution. Quarterback and receiver Kirk perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch or their vertical or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball is even thrown.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would be better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop?
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
On the double.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Here we go.
Quarterback drops back, trying to extend the play. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line to run the hurry-up. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And he throws his third interception of the day. Going the other way, can they stop him? Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw, comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
42, Georgia Tech, 35.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea.
Will take over. First and 10.
The Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him. The great execution on the screen pass fooled the defense there. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone.
It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Out past the 30. Past the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Texas Tech. And the interception taken to the house. A pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Texas Tech, 49. Georgia Tech, 35.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick-6. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, he almost had another interception. It'll be second down.
Boy, oh boy, Chris, this quarterback is getting way too loose with the football. He's already thrown an interception on the last series, almost has another one here. He's got to start taking better care of the football.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Receiver makes the catch. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45, a solid gain.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Looking to throw it again. He's escaping the pocket now. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. The Yellow Jackets will come to the line to crank up the tempo. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looking to pass here on second down. Locates the tight end. It's complete. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. The Yellow Jackets starting a new series here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football, but throwing into double coverage, that's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. Snags the quick throw. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looking for the wideout. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Can he take it all the way? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
3:25.
Now here's the toss play. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas Tech 49, Georgia Tech 35.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. We'll try to run it with the option. And now it's fumbled. What a decision. Looks like the defense has it. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. On the scoop and score. So here we go. Fourth quarter. Cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. But it's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Here comes a handoff. Running with purpose. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. You're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And the pass is complete to the tight end. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on fourth down.
Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. The Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
They moved the ball into good position, but now it's third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that third down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Looking to scramble. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And he pulls in the catch. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. And the Yellow Jackets line up on 1st and 10. Looking to chuck it again. Grab made by the tight end. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability, getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Does his job with the PAT, and this ball game is tied here in the fourth quarter. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Short connection to the tight end here. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
So tie game, fourth quarter. They're going to go for it on this fourth down. He'll hand it off. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. The Yellow Jackets hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. They look to throw it here on second down. It's a highlight reel diving catch there.
Boy, this matchup is fun to watch. This time, this receiver lays out and makes a huge catch. And, Chris, he is having an afternoon you can only dream about. Over 100 yards receiving and winning these one-on-one matchups. That catch right there shows you how athletic he is.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Defense is coming after him. Nice grab. It's King. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
That is just an outstanding job by this quarterback with the game on the line. He finds the matchup with his go-to receiver, makes a perfect throw here to the receiver, and they scored late to take the lead.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. Last time they went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. They bounce back here. That's a design quarterback keeper. Picks up the first, looking for more. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
It's a huge gain. The stop is finally made at the 41-yard line.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Physical run, breaking tackles. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Chris, as this game evolves every year with college football, we see more and more versions of some kind of spread offense. It puts so much pressure on this linebacker position because they're asked to do so much. This linebacker is able to sit back in zone, be comfortable in space, make the right read, and be able to be in place to knock the ball away.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. He makes the grab. And that's the fullback making the catch. It was not a big concern for this defense when they built the game plan, but maybe they have to shift the focus.
Yeah, they have to, because this guy's athletic enough to be able to make that catch. This guy pounds those shoulders in to make blocks play after play. I think it's very nice to be able to see him finally show what he can do catching a ball like this.
And that football is out. A potentially game-changing play, but who's got it? The offense able to retain possession. Very lucky to still have a chance to win this.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
Down by 7. They've got to convert here for a chance to tie this game. The offense will spend a timeout here. 25 seconds on the clock.
Paging George P. Burdell. Paging George P. Burdell.
Down by a touchdown late. This is a crucial 4th down play. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Texas Tech.
What a touchdown here to pull them within one with under a minute to go. Conventional wisdom says you kick the extra point and you rely on your defense to send this game to overtime. But you could go for 2 to try to take the lead.
And now a crucial PAT attempt. And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. First down, looking to throw the football. Looks left and finds his target there. Solid gain there, moves the ball up to the 32. And a timeout taken by the offense to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That one moves the ball across the 40. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Catch made inside the 10. He takes it into the end zone, but a marker is down, so hold on here. Easy choice to decline the pass interference call, and the touchdown stands. Well, this is a game to remember and a fun one to call. Decided on the final play. Can't get better than that.
To watch these teams go at it and for it to come down to the final play, the final touchdown, those are the games you remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation.